So to be able to transpose those elements is a very difficult thing to do, but Jake's pulling it off wonderfully.
Sorry, the aliens are trying to beam me up.
I figured you had a pet parakeet.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys have a good following out there in Colorado?
I'd like to think we do.
Yeah, and actually recently, on the turn of the new year, we recently hit the benchmark of getting over 1,000 Facebook followers, which is pretty cool. Not that necessarily means a whole lot, but it was kind of a neat thing to accomplish because that almost doubled our likes from the beginning of the year. And even since then, we've gained over almost 200 more, which blows my mind because I'm we haven't even done anything in the first 3 months of this year.
Right. Yeah. What's too is that a lot of our followers are musicians themselves and are in bands themselves. It's Denver's music community is absolutely incredible in terms of its support.
When you started with an I word, I thought you were about to say incestuous, but
well,
Wow.
that is sometimes.
I mean, on Thursday nights.
well, a lot of people are in multiple bands, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Myself included. I mean, not right now at least, but in the past, I actually used to play drums for a different band.
Right. Yeah, we've had a lot of people come out, and it's actually kind of a trip to be looking out into the audience and having seeing band singing along to the lyrics that you wrote, or at least air guitaring along with any parts that you wrote. Right. It's just it's an incredible feeling. It's something that you create resonates so much with people. It's no feeling in the world better than that.
Yeah, my mind is consistently blown whenever we play a show, and then a stranger will come up to me and be like, "Oh my gosh, you're so awesome!" And I'm like, "Oh, are you friends with Ben?" They'll be like, "No, I don't actually know any of you. You're just awesome." I'm like, "Oh man, wow, we have a fan."
We've actually had somebody. We've had people that weren't necessarily a fan of our work. Actually, it was a Battle of the Bands competition where I overheard one of the bands say, "Oh, Liquid Titanium, they suck." And then we play our set, and then afterwards, I heard from I think it was Mike or Bert, or I can't remember who. It was that same guy that was talking shit about us just said he sounded like Joe Satriani, and that he was blown away. Take that, asshole.
Asshole turned into the friend fan could be, I like it when you can show somebody two sex people second guess their initial judgments,
Right, yeah.
I try and make an effort not to be mad at someone who originally doubted me or anything. If they were able to change their opinion, then perfect.
Yeah, well, art in and of itself is subjective in the first place. I mean, what's one person's Picasso is a piece of garbage to the other. I mean, it's been that way since the dawn of time. I mean, I want everybody to love work, but if they don't like it, then that's fine. Just don't be a
yeah. But I think worldwide we can objectively agree that those Campbell's soup cans are just awesome.
Stupid Jake. It's funny though.
Yeah, it made you laugh. That's good chemicals one way or another. Doesn't matter if it's a stupid joke.
Right.
I won.
So how long have you been doing this kind of stuff, Dave?
Well, my wife started up the podcast about 8 years ago now.
Nice.
Yeah, 'cause when she started it up, it was all music, and then I brought in drag racing and started interviewing drag race drivers and stuff like that. So.
Nice.
So now,
So is this the primary type thing you do, or what other things do you do? Is it in the music industry too?
nah, I go watch concerts and do once in a while I'll do videotape some of the bands.
Cool.
That is cool.
That's awesome.
So now, what are some of your favorite venues to play at?
I have to say, definitely Herman's Hideaway is up there for me, but I love the venue. That's actually the name of the venue.
Oh man, I was just about to interrupt you and say I love the venue too. Dang it.
We always make that joke. When I think that collectively the venue is our favorite place to play. I think we always make a Step Brothers joke where when we're up on stage setting up, and we're always like talking to each other. It's like there's so much more room for activities.
It's got a big stage.
Well, I mean, like the venue is great. Like we love playing there multiple times and do it again. But also on the north side, Cheers is really great too. Like I wish we could play there more often.
Yeah, Cheers was fun.
That was a fun place.
Cheers is absolutely great.
And like, granted, I have to usually make the joke of, I'm playing at Cheers.
Yeah, they have the @ sign on.
Granted, maybe they do that on purpose. I don't know. Anyone who knows should tell me. But
your guess is as good as mine on that one.
It's a heck of a challenge for a stage, though. I mean, that little wedge in the corner.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But what's so remarkable is that like huge bands are able to fit on that small little space. Just like how do you not like bump into each other, you know? But
yeah.
What you do is not group 3 drum sets. That's what.
Speaking of like small stages, like I feel like someone by now should have made a comedy routine of like trying to have like a 6-piece band at the Lions Lair or something. Their stage is basically a glorified drum riser. Not that that's bad, that fits the environment of and their venue that's been around forever. It's great, but.
What is this, a venue for ants?
how could they play their rock music if they can't fit inside the building?
No, man, they just want to inspire. Like that one show that we played with Lions Lair. You remember? I'm forgetting what band it was, but where the lead guitarist ran out on Coldbacks with his wireless kit, and so he's continuing to play the song while like just wandering through the street. And I was like, whoa.
I'm trying to remember who that was. I cannot for the life of me remember who, but
it was some touring band. I wish I could remember their name, but
yeah.
Now, do you guys have any? Do you guys have any funny or embarrassing stories to share?
Oh dear God.
Probably.
I puked before a show once.
Oh yeah, that was my first show back with the band after the brief hiatus at Trailside.
Yeah. I was a little bit nervous. I was getting a little bit of anxiety, and then I started I ate a sandwich before the show had started, and the sandwich didn't want to stay down, and ended up throwing up in the bathroom, and then the plumbing in that building was just so there was something that was so bad with it, and it ended up overflowing.
You broke it.
Overflowing the toilet. Just oh my God. I'm just trying to hide my face. Just oh my God, I this is totally my fault. This guy is never gonna have us back. And of course, since this was the juiciest story that we had as a band at the time, it was published in a local magazine, Westward. It's yeah, that's me. I'm a dude that pukes and fucks up toilets.
Was that cartoon character thing?
That was, yeah. There's a local.
Even the vomit rocks hard.
Even my vomit rocks hard. Yeah.
I have my personal, mildly embarrassing story of not really embarrassing so much as just I can't believe that I guess it's the first time we played Paradise Kitty. I don't know if any of you remember that. I was super sick.
You were before and all sorts of vitamins.
Yeah, so I was just super the day before I had no voice whatsoever, and I was oh gosh, I don't want to be that person who freaking cancels a gig at the last minute, and it was going to be the big show too, and I'm I can't freaking make us miss our biggest show because I'm sick, and so I have the day before I have literally no voice, and I'm I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, and so trying to I didn't speak at all the day or two prior, and that day, and then just basically took every cold medication I could freaking find and which once I got on stage and like also had like a I don't know, we usually have like a Jack and Coke before performing, and like had like I was triple fisting drinks because I had my honey lemon tea, in my thermos in one hand, and then like a beer and then a water, and it's like we're playing a 30-minute set. Why do you have 3 drinks? I'm like, I just need them all, okay? Yeah, that kind of that show was kind of for me, and having to both not be able to sing. I couldn't use my head voice at all, so like I couldn't sing any high notes, and kind of had to improvise on the fly in order to adjust things down because I was still sick and like only like half had my voice back, which kind of sucks. But then I'd like I'd taken like all the cold medicine in my closet and like drank a little, and then I'm like, oh gosh, this is a bad idea. But according to other people who came, it wasn't obvious, so that's good. I just feel like I'm like, gosh, I'm never doing that again.
It's an amazing thing what happens when those lights hit you and you guys have no choice but to just go.
Yeah, no, that's definitely when you have to perform or die sort of moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm like, I feel kind of really bad, but I gotta do it.
I don't know that I've really had too many embarrassing type moments because I'm more of a friendly social type person than I'm worried about what people think about me. So I don't really know. Sometimes I guess something that could be embarrassing is I got excited at one of the shows and was playing too fast, and probably Erica couldn't even breathe while she was singing.
You mean that time where you played Too Hot to Drop at double speed? And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm a rapper now.
Right.
Okay, so a couple people came up to me after the fact and were like, oh, I like how you play that song. You should always do it like that.
No.
Yeah, I guess that's kind of embarrassing.
I don't think you've ever hit me with a stick, but you've come close sometimes.
Yeah, they've flown around, that's for sure.
Is it?
I think next time I'm just gonna like pick it up off the floor and start
smashing a cymbal or something. Yeah, hell yeah.
I bet they've never seen anybody play a bass with a drumstick.
Actually, I have.
Actually, I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I saw this one guy. What band? Oh, it was at Cheers, actually. Some random band. Like their bassist like stole a drumstick from the drummer and was like smacking his bass with it. I'm like, that's kind of funny.
Oh, damn.
Stole your thunder.
Yeah. Or you could do a Spinal Tap and you can play your bass with a violin. And then
bow? Play with a bow?
Good. I can't even use a pick, let alone a violin. My friend had a cello. She tried to show me how to play, and all of a sudden, I'm trying to think of that two cellos thunderstruck solo that they play. So I'm trying to pluck her cello with my fingers. So what are you doing? What? You use the bow. I'm like, you're gonna ruin the string.
Right. Their bow gets shredded too. There's also a video of them covering Highway to Hell, and Steve Vai makes a cameo in it. It's really fucking cool.
That's how you can tell how metal a song is if it's an orchestral, using an orchestral instrument because of how shredded the bow gets. Like, I saw someone performing Tchaikovsky's Violin Concerto, like at some point, and I knew that the violinist playing it was good because he had to change bows in the metal because he destroyed his.
So shredded.
Yeah.
Nah, you know it's metal when you hear a faint neigh from behind the stage because they're keeping a horse for backup. We need extra hair.
Yeah, dude, orchestral music can get pretty metal sometimes.
Absolutely. Wagner was the first composer to have heavy tones or use heavy tones and like a whole bunch of instruments. I mean, like I think there was somebody that was in the orchestra that there was an instrument that was like a bass where it was so large that it required 2 people to play it.
Well, and there's in like opera, there's kind of a joke about opera singers having to be a certain you can only sing Bunger if you are this stereotypical standard fat opera singer with the big, like, hefty, like, voice, and you can't be younger than 30.
And you gotta have the Viking helmet.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Oh God, now you got me thinking about J.G. Wentworth commercials.
Oh, J.G.
Oh
Wentworth.
God.
No.
Yeah.
We are not J.G. Wentworth, by the way.
Yes, you're all wrong.
Yeah, no, like
Now, Mike, do you race cars?
Fuck, that's not.
I actually have a NASCAR license, and I run a pure stock down at Colorado National Speedway.
That's
It's a third of a mile oval track.
that's cool.
I have a vintage old truck that I've been toying around with getting into some bracket racing with some guys up at Vandermeer too, but they're building so much next to that track it's probably not going to last longer.
Sounds like that's something we can love. Check it out.
Now, how many social media sites can we find the band on?
I didn't catch that.
How many social media sites can we find the band on?
You can find us on Facebook.
Just still on Song Trader, stuff like that. Where's the EP at?
oh, you can buy the CD basically anywhere, like that you want to buy music. Like Bandcamp page, which whatever recommends goes directly supports us. And YouTube Music and all of the other iTunes and all that good stuff.
Now, what are each one of you guys? What is your favorite food to eat?
Favorite food to eat, hands down for me, is pizza. I'm not gonna eat that shit every day.
Favorite for me is probably Mexican food.
Jake, Erica?
Indian food.
Indian
food. Any day.
food?
Indian food. Bro, America's got nothing on India for food. It's, oh yeah.
Personally, I think I always am craving Philly cheesesteaks for some reason. And I'm probably like, I should probably own a Taste of Philly franchise by now, with how often I go there. So.
Now, how about favorite beverage to drink?
Guys, am I not always bringing a coffee to practice? Like, we're practicing at 7 p.m. in the evening, and that's probably my 4th cup of coffee that I'm bringing from 7-Eleven.
Yeah, Jake will probably have withdrawals if he doesn't get.
You should probably just start mainlining caffeine on you. Honestly,
the needles are on back order.
All of that makes sense. Yeah. See, I have what my friends call disgusting Coke habit, by which they mean Diet Coke, and then I drink it by the 2-liter every day.
Yeah, it used to be like that with Mountain Dew, but doctors told me I had to stop that, so I've kind of just backed down to just drinking water and coffee most of the time, every once in a while, Dr. Pepper.
You were worried you were going to change your name to Kyle?
No push.
Oh my god.
How'd you drywall?
I'd have to say that my favorite beverage probably be I mean, if we're not talking booze, then I'm definitely gonna have to go with tea. shit mellows me out for sure.
What if we are talking booze, though?
Oh, if I'm talking booze, then I definitely enjoy beer.
What kind?
Really any IPA. Really, I have to be for. Just being a craft beer guy. There's just certain days where I have to satisfy the palate for certain things, but I think my go-to is the IPA because of the hops.
Yeah, there's a reason you and I are beer buddies, right?
Yeah,
people.
That's right.
Now, what is each one of your biggest pet peeves?
I have to think about that one. Anybody want to go first on that one? Because
I guess I'll go first on that one because the airspace is just terrible. I would go. One of my biggest pet peeves is do what you say you're gonna do. Not. Don't be a bullshit artist.
Back up what you're speaking.
Yeah, I say what I mean. Just I don't tell people no promises. That's for sure.
I'm just gonna go with ditto.
All right, Erica.
Goodness, my girlfriend hasn't even asked me that question.
Pet peeves are supposed to be little things. It's legit. Gosh, I guess a personal pet peeve of mine is when I go to see bands play and their singers looking at lyrics on the ground. That's definitely a pet peeve of mine. Okay, so I can understand if you're a cover band that does multiple hour-long sets, where it's if you're playing for 3 hours, I can understand why you don't have all those words right. Or if you're rotating, songs out that you didn't write. But it's if you're playing a 30-minute set and you wrote those songs, you should probably have them memorized. There's only 7 of them.
I think that a pet peeve of mine is, and it's definitely a family thing. I did very much to my dad. When people talk during movies.
Oh, don't go to a movie with me, bro.
Because I'm awful about talking. There's a reason I don't go out to see movies is because I'm a movie talker. I only see movies at home. At home, at least you can rewind, and replay the part as talking over it.
Getting at some of the best arguments I've had watching my TV.
If it's a movie that's been seen a whole bunch of times, then that's fine. But and I've been getting a little bit better about it, just because you can commentate on it. But if it's a thing where I love my mother to death. Sometimes we'll be watching a movie and then there'll be dead silence. She'll be like, "Wait, what's going on?"
Oh yes, for the love of God, just turn off the news and wash your hands and don't touch your face.
Gosh, my pet peeve I find really out in public is lack of awareness. It's
awareness or
personal awareness. I'm tall, Mike's tall. We're 6'2", 6'3". As much as I love front row at places, you're kind of the asshole if you're over 6 foot and you're in the front row. And when you don't acknowledge the people behind you, when you don't realize, oh, I'm walking slower than everybody else in this grocery store. Maybe I need to pick up the pace.
Yeah, or the dickhead that's going 10 under the speed limit or something like that.
Or the guy, the freaking. I was at a show once and I was. There was, in metal shows, those are mostly dudes, big dudes, and then there's me and 2 girls who are smaller than me, all kind of standing next to each other, and the guy, the lead singer of the opening band, shoots its stage directly to us. And you wish the 3 people were least likely to be able to catch you, dude. Why? And he just made us all fall on the ground, and what's the point?
Now, when you guys play shows, and say you're one of the opening bands, do you guys stay and watch the other bands, or do you pack up and leave when you're done playing?
No, we've always stayed and watched the other bands too when we were out first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
thinking like you know, just like like back when I was in college, like there's occasion where I have like a test at 8 a.m. the next morning, and I'm like, I really got to sleep or study or something, like, you know, aside from career exceptions like that.
Yeah, I've had to like cut out on like some of the bands because I have to work the next day. But one of the things that was nuts about a show like that, there's this band that I think everybody should check out. They're called Raging Red. We opened for them in August, and they were just coming off of a tour with Devil Driver and Static X, and well, like I remember Devil Driver and Static X being the top one of the bands they were on tour with. They were just wrapping up their leg, and then they supposed to go out in Denver, and I was like, man, I really want to see these guys, but I really have to get some good night's rest for work tomorrow. I was about ready to leave, and then sure shit, like they started playing, and I could not keep my eyes off of them. Their show was off the hook, and I was forced to say, "It's like, yeah, what kind of a like I'd be a total dick if I left."
But honestly, you are bringing up the best reason to like. One of the reasons I love being in a band is because playing shows with other bands, I get to hear so much music that I wouldn't have otherwise heard. That's why I love seeing
Oh, absolutely. It's inspiring.
Never expected, you know, all of this reason. I love listening to like the other local bands or the, you know, like national acts we're opening for. Like, if I haven't heard them before.
Yeah, and I think what also propels me to stay for a lot of the time too for like local bands. I mean, like everybody knows, like once you get to the gig, you're required to load in. You hurry up to wait, and you know there's a lot of times where like the bands that are waiting to go on after you, so out of respect, I feel like just a common courtesy to just watch them because they watched you. It's like you gotta support them.
It extends to like even outside of shows that you're playing. Like I personally, just out of just enjoying the music and also wanting to, you know, support other local bands. Like, you know, when we're not on lockdown, I go to like one to one show a week, like trying to see other local bands, just because, you know, they have good music and they're cool people usually. So
yeah, like it'll be like a whole other podcast together if we talked about all the bands that we really like in Denver. I mean, there's so many of them that we could go on all night.
Most of the stickers are all over my race car.
Yeah. also accumulating stickers on my sticker banister.
Right.
For my pit gigs, I have a whole bunch of stickers of theirs on my music stand that I use.
So what national acts have you guys opened for?
We went for Paradise Kitty, a super group called Hookers and Blow, which had Chip Snuff from Enough's Enough, Alex Grossi from Quiet Riot, Johnny from Danzig and Typo Negative, and Dizzy Reed, the keyboard player for Guns N' Roses. That was really cool. We also opened for, we mentioned these guys earlier, Rough Cut. We opened for them.
Saving Abel.
What?
Saving Abel.
Yeah, Saving Abel, Raven Black, The Native Howl.
Oh yeah, I was just about to bring up the Native Howl because like I just remembered that a few minutes ago and was like, oh crap, I should have said that as my favorite show experience because that was a super cool thing because that was a last minute show.
Last minute, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the day before the gig. I was just like online and the Native Howl's band I'm a fan of already. Like they're really cool because they do kind of an interesting fusion of thrash metal and bluegrass music. And I noticed that they happened to be playing a show in Denver the next day, and I'm like, oh, sweet. Like, I've seen them live before and would love to see them again. And then, just by happenstance, noticed that there was some promoter posting on Facebook saying, hey, I need a band to open for this gig tomorrow. And I asked who it was, and she's like, oh, it's Anita Powell. And I'm like, no freaking way. I was just about to get that show, but now I can get in for free. Oh, sweet. So,
Yeah.
that was pretty freaking cool. And also, they're awesome. Like, I ended up staying after that show to chat with them for like an hour, like while they were loading up, like putting away their stuff, and discovered that they have the same earbuds. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, no, like that was like the best discovery ever.
Yeah, Mike and Bert and I mean, mostly me because like any, well, I mean, a lot of us did, but right before the show was starting, we were chatting a lot with those guys, and their singer was asking me about, because their next show was in Junction, and I went to school out there, or I went to college there. He asked me, he's like, how long of a drive is it from here to Grand Junction? I was like, it's about 3 hours. Longer if there's weather, and of course there was weather at the time. So they were really good to us. We're actually really fortunate that all the national acts that we've opened for have been really kind. Another local act, or not local act, another national act that we opened for was a band called XYZ. And currently there's 2 local musicians that are playing for them right now. They were supposed to go on tour in Australia, but due to COVID-19, they had to postpone everything. So it was a bummer for them. But they were really cool.
Babylon AD, wasn't that another band we opened for?
Babylon AD, yeah. RoboCop 2 soundtrack. So funny story about that. The production company that books a lot of the shows that we play national acts with for a lot of these 80s bands has a barbecue once a year that they invite the bands over to just like have a good time and celebrate their successes and just like wax poetic and all that stuff. Derek Davis from Babylon AD was there at the barbecue, just playing an acoustic set from Stuff of the Blues album that he has out, and as well as some covers. And I was hanging out with them. Like, I spent most of the time hanging out with Babylon AD for that day anyway, because we had opened for them the night before. My fiance meets up with me at the party, and Derek Davis is. I was talking with the band, and I told them that my fiance is a singer in a band, and she's also into musical theater and everything. So I told them all that. Derek is just like, I might have her sing full songs with me. She's like, that'd be awesome. I'm sure she'd really do it. So sure enough, she shows up. I introduce her to Derek, and Derek's just like, do you happen to know Love on the Brain by Rihanna? And she goes, yeah, I do. She's like, okay. Then Derek goes, okay, I'm just gonna play a couple of songs here to come up and sing this with me. And sure enough, like, Anna's my fiance, she's singing Love on the Brain with Derek Davis of Babylon AD. Like, I'm freaking the hell out, and like all the guys in Babylon AD are just like sitting around with me. And at the time, I was thinking about proposing to her. Like, I had a plan in place and everything, and I told the guys about it. They're like, no fucking way, that's awesome! So Babylon AD was really cool to us as well.
Well, you should tell them how it panned out. What you did it at the end of the play. Most of it, we were all there.
I ended up. Since the 2 of us, I know that we were talking about national acts, but Babylon AD made for a good sequitur into the story. But we were doing a musical production of The Wedding Singer. They did make a musical out of that, and it's fucking amazing. I know that this is about heavy metal and everything, but Wedding Singer's music is has a little bit of 80s metal in it. So Anna was playing the ex-girlfriend in The Wedding Singer. For those of you who've seen the movie,
as well as a couple ensemble roles. And I was playing in the pit, playing guitar, and the pit was actually on stage, so like you could see the whole band as well. So as soon as like the show got done, I had arranged it with the stage manager, arranged it with with everybody. Where after the show I come out and I propose, and it was electrifying.
Blew away the whole audience.
Yeah, it's like
Nobody knew except for his band members.
Show that night, and then I go out and I propose, and it turned into what in my mind felt like Beatlemania and the ending of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure combined. Mike actually filmed it, and I actually show it to people every once in a while, and they're just like, "Oh my god, that's so cute!"
I may or may not have a video like saved in my personal Google Drive just to show to people. By the way, I'm a super dorky fan of you guys, so
that's awesome.
It's cool how you guys are gonna actually get married like at the same place that at a theater too, you know? Not the same one, but
Not just that, but like the theater that we met each other at and that we collaborate often, you know. So it couldn't be more of an appropriate place. You know, once everything blows over with all this stuff, but we're still going to have it be there. It's just all a matter of when. So,
as if the date won't get moved, I think it'll be fine.
yeah, I mean, we're confident that it'll be fine, and we actually talked to somebody that runs the building, and they said that they're willing to accommodate whatever date that we need, as long as it doesn't conflict with any of the shows that they have going on there, so it'll be fine.
Well, listen, guys, I want to thank all of you for taking time to do an interview today.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for having me. We're
Our collective pleasure.
Collective pleasure, great band name.
We'll have to do another one.
TM, you're welcome.
We'll have to do another one in the future.
Right.
Absolutely, we'd be happy to be part of it.
This is really cool, and I appreciate what you got going on there. How you doing this? I'm gonna have to check out some more of your podcasts.
No problem, Mike. I'll have to do a separate interview with you sometime. Talk about your racing career, man.
All right, sounds like a plan.
No, I'm gonna.
PM me whenever.
Now I'm gonna play the song. I'm gonna play the song. I'm gonna play the song Mirage. What's the song Mirage about?
Mirage is about just being worked really, really hard, and just how you feel like it's essentially like just trying to get through an obstacle, and you're just mentally drained from it all. You might as well be in a desert as a mirage, or at least
and for like the when I was writing the parts that it's being able to see a goal that you want, and like not feeling like you can accomplish it, like it's just out of reach, and like it's it looks like it's real, but then it's just like not, and you're kind of preventing yourself lost in the desert,
Awesome. Well, thanks again, guys, and you guys all have a great night.
You too.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Dave.
thank
Best
you.
wishes to you. Be safe.
Ciao now.
Yeah, everyone stay safe. Bye.
you as well.
All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Peace.